Hello everyone, this is Vaishali Kikant and today we are going to start a new unit, that is organic chemistry, which is a very important unit. So we are going to start with the introduction of the organic chemistry, and in this unit we are going to deal with a lot of topics. So what is organic chemistry? It's the study of the compounds which contains the carbon atom, or I can say it's the study of compound which contains the carbon hydrogen bond in it. So whenever I have a compound which has carbon atom or carbon hydrogen bond, I can say I will be dealing with the organic chemistry, right? So why the organic chemistry is so important? I said it's very important. So why it is important? Because there are more compounds of carbon than the compounds of all other elements combined. Why it is so? Because of the catenation property of the carbon. What is the catenation property? Catenation property is the property according to which carbon atoms can join together to form chain and ring. If I have 2 carbon atom, I will be having a different compound. If I have 3 carbon atoms joined, I will be having a different compound. So the property when I have more and more carbon atoms joined together, it is called the catenation property. Now the crude oil or the petroleum is a source of many carbon compound, but when I am getting the carbon compounds from the crude oil, they are all a complex mixture of various compounds. So crude oil will be containing a lot of carbon compound, but they are in a complex mixture. What we need now, we need to separate all of them. The process, that is a fractional distillation, is used to separate the carbon compound from the complex mixture. And where the organic compounds are used, it's used in medicine, cosmetics, polymers, etc. Now coming to the alkanes. What are the alkenes? Alkenes are the family of hydrocarbon which has the general formula CnH2n, right? So let's suppose I have put N is equal to 20, let's suppose. So C20 would be there and H 20 into 2, that is 40 plus 2, so H42, right? So if I put N is equal to 10, so when N is equal to 10, I will be having C10 and H22, right? So in this manner, I can have any alkane, right? So you can put any number of carbon atom, you can join any number of carbon atom and you can get any type of alkane. So what are hydrocarbon? Hydrocarbon are the compound that contain only carbon and hydrogen, and alkane is also a hydrocarbon. Coming to the empirical formula and molecular formula, and then we are going to discuss different types of alkanes. Empirical formula is the simplest whole number ratio of elements in a compound, whereas molecular formula represents the total number of elements present in the molecule of compound. It is the integer multiple of the empirical formula. So I can get the empirical formula, I can multiply it with 2 or 3 or any other number, integer, and I can get the molecular formula. So now here we have discussed some alkanes like methane, propane, butane and pentane, their molecular formula, empirical formula, structural or the condensed formula and full formula, right? So let's start with the methane. Methane's molecular formula is CH4, empirical formula is also CH4, structural or condensed formula is CH4. Now structural full formula is C, here bond with H, this bond with H, this bond with H and this bond with H, right? So now coming to the ethane. Ethane is C2H6 molecular formula, CH3 empirical formula, CH3 as the condensed formula, and you can see this is my full formula. So I have made all of the bonds representation over here. You can also do that. Coming to the propane. Propane's molecular formula is C3H8. Empirical formula is also C3H8. What is the condensed formula? CH3, CH2, CH3. So first C has 3 H bonds, second C has 2 H bond, and the third C has 3 H bonds. Coming to the butane. Butane is C4H10. So its empirical formula would be C2H5 and structural condensed formula is CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. So first carbon has 3 hydrogen atoms, then second carbon has 2 hydrogen atom, third carbon has 2 hydrogen atom, and the fourth carbon has 3 hydrogen atoms connected to it. Coming to the pentane, whose molecular formula is C5H12, empirical formula is C5H12, condensed formula is CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. So first carbon has 3 hydrogen, second, third and fourth carbon has 2 hydrogen atoms, and the last carbon has 3 hydrogen atoms attached to it. Now coming to the homologous series, and we are going to discuss about a lot of homologous series, which is a very important concept because we are going to deal with all of these series in detail in the organic chemistry. So what is a homologous series? Series of compound that have the same functional group, each member differ from the next by a common structural unit, right? So if I move to the next member, I will have just a representation of CH2 difference, right? So a difference of CH2 can give me the next element, right? So now coming to the functional group. Functional group are the atom or group of atom in a molecule that give it its characteristic chemical property. So we are going to talk about different functional group, different homologous series here in the table 10.2. So don't worry about it, and we are going to tell you that how we have different functional group and how to name them, how to make them, the structural formula, the condensed formula for all of them. So now coming to the features of homologous series. What are the different features of homologous series? First, they are described by the general molecular formula. Like we have the general molecular formula for alkanes to be CnH2n plus 2. I already told you. For alkenes, it would be CnH2n. So every homologous series can be described by a general formula, right? Second property is that they have similar chemical properties. Then they have gradation in the physical property, like the gradation in the boiling point if I move in the homologous series. So you can see here we have first 4 members of the alcohol series. So the first member is methanol, which contains a carbon joining with the 3 hydrogen, and on the 4th bond it has OH. Ethanol is having 2 carbon atom. One carbon has 3 hydrogen and second carbon has 2 hydrogen and 1 OH. Propane 1-ol. Propane 1-ol has 3 carbon atoms. First carbon has 3 hydrogen, second carbon has 2 hydrogen, third carbon has 2 hydrogen and 1 OH. Butane 1-ol. Butane 1-ol will be having 4 carbon atoms. First carbon will be having 3 hydrogen, second carbon will be having 2 hydrogen, third carbon will be having 2 hydrogen, fourth carbon will be having 2 hydrogen and 1 OH. Coming to the table 10.2, where we are talking about different series of the different homologous series, right? So we will be having alkane, alkene, alkyne, alcohol, ether, aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acid, halogen, halogeno, alkane, amine, ester, amide. So we are going to talk about all of them. So let's start our discussion with what all things we are going to discuss in the homologous series. We are going to talk about the homologous series or the class name, then the functional group name, example, general name, and the actual name of the given substance that I have used to represent the homologous series. So first we are starting with alkane. There is no such functional group in that. Its functional group name is alkyl, and we have made the example of an alkyl group or alkane. So this is having 4 carbon atoms. First carbon is connected to 3 hydrogen, second carbon connected to 2 hydrogen, third carbon connected to 2 hydrogen, and fourth carbon connected to 3 hydrogen. So its general name is alkane, and the name of this example is butyl because it contains 4 carbon atom. Coming to alkene. Alkene will be having C double bond C group, and it is having functional group name alkenyl. Alkenyl will be represented by this example C connected with 2H. Here we will be having double bond with C. So you can see the difference in between this structure and this structure is here. We have double bond in the alkenyl group, right, or alkene, right? So here we have single bond, single hydrogen connected to this carbon. Next carbon is connected to 2 hydrogen and next carbon connected to 3 hydrogen. So we can represent it with the general name X-ene or X-alkene. So X represents the position where we have the double bond, right? So here we have 4 carbons, so we are talking about but, and the double bond is present at the first location, so but-1-ene or 1-butene. Coming to the alkyne, alkyne will be represented with C triple bond C bond. So here we have the functional group name as alkynyl. So alkynyl can be represented by this structure. Here again we have 4 carbon. First carbon will be having single hydrogen attached. Then we have a triple bond over here. Then the third carbon has 2 hydrogen, fourth carbon has 3 hydrogen attached. It is having the general name X-ine or X-alkyne, right? So the name for this example would be but-1-ine or 1-butene, right? Coming to the next type of homologous series, that is alcohol. Alcohol will be containing the functional group OH in it. So it is having the functional group name hydroxyl. So this is the example which contains 3 carbon. First carbon containing 3 hydrogen, second carbon connected to 2 hydrogen, third carbon connected to 2 hydrogen and 1 OH. So it can be represented by the general name alkene X-ol or X-alkanol. So X represent the position where the functional group OH is present. So this structure will be having OH present at the first location. So propane 1-ol or 1-propanol. So you don't get confused that here I am calling this as the first location and here I am calling this as the first location. The first location can be from any side, right? I can have the representation from this side or this side as well. So which is the minimum number that I will be taking? I will not take it as a third location, I will take it as a first location. Coming to the ether, ether will be having the functional group COC and it will be having the functional group name ether. So this is the example. The first carbon is attached to 3 hydrogen, then O, then carbon which is connected to 2 hydrogen, then carbon with 3 hydrogen. This is having the general name alkoxyalkane. So this is alkoxyalkane will be having some alkyne group here. So this alkyne is methane over here. So methoxy, here we have 2 carbons, so here we have ethane. Coming to the next type of homologous series, that is aldehyde. Aldehyde will be having the functional group C double bond OH. So it is having the functional name carbonyl, and this is the example: C connected to 3 hydrogen, then C connected to 2 hydrogen, then C connected to double bond O and H. So it will be having the general name alkynyl. So here we have 3 carbons, so propanol. So now coming to the ketone. Ketone will be having the functional group C double bond O, then C, right? So here we can have the example for this. It is also known as carbonyl functional group. So example would be C connected to 3H, then C double bond O connected to C, connected to 2 hydrogen, then C connected to 2 hydrogen, then C connected to 3 hydrogen. It can be represented by the general name alkane X-one or X-alkanone. So X represent the position where double bond is present. So this is present at the second carbon, which is pentane 2-on or 2-pentanone, we can represent it. Coming to the carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid can be represented by the functional group C double bond O connected with OH. So it's having the functional group name carboxyl. So here we have the example as C connected with 3 hydrogen, then C connected with 2 hydrogen, then C connected with double bond O and OH. So this is having the general name alkanoic acid, and because here I am dealing with 3 carbon, it will be having the name propanoic acid. Coming to the halogenoalkane. So halogenoalkane will be having the functional group X. X can be chlorine, bromine or iodine. So it is having the functional group name halo, which can be represented as chloro, bromo or iodo. So here this is the example: C connected with 3H, then C connected with bromine and H, C connected with 2H and C connected with 3H. So it can be represented by the general name X-haloalkane or by the name for this example, because here we have 4 carbons, so and the bromine is present at the second location, so 2-bromobutane. So now coming to the amine. Amine will be having the functional group present as NH2, NHR or NR2. So it is having the functional group name amino, and the example would be CH3, CH2, CH2 and HH. So it will be having the general name alkyne amine, X-aminoalkane or alkane X-amine, right? So these are all the general name, and the name would be propylamine or 1-aminopropane, right? So we can have propane 1-amine as the name also. So it depends which type of general name you are using. Coming to the ester. Ester will be having the functional group C connected with O, which is connected to C, which is connected to double bond O, and then again connected to some compound. So now here it is having the functional group name as ester. So the example would be HC, which is connected to 2H more, which is connected to O, C, double bond O, connected to C, which is connected to 2H, then connected to C, which is connected to 3H. This is alkyne alkanoate, and for this particular structure, because here we have 1 carbon and here we have 3 carbons, so it can be represented as methyl propanoate. Now coming to the A, so here we have the functional group C triple bond N. So C triple bond N will be having the functional group name as the nitrile. So here this is the example: CH3, CH2, C triple bond N. So you can make the full structure as well. I have just made the condensed structural representation: CH3, CH2, C triple bond N. So it is having the general name alkene nitrile. So for this structure, because here we are talking about 3 carbon, it is propane nitrile, right? So here now talking about amide. Amide will be having the functional group C double bond O NH2, so which is also known as carboxy carboxamide, right? So carboxamide will be having this structure. So this is an example of carboxamide, CH3CH2C double bond O NH2. So here we will be having the general name as alkenamide, and because here we are talking about 3 carbon, it is propanamide. Now coming to the table number 10.3. So now here we have the different names for the various type of alkene. We are talking about 4 type of alkene. You can talk about 5th alkene as well. So at first I am talking about ethene. Ethene is having the molecular formula C2H4, empirical formula CH2, structural formula CH2CH2, right, which can be having the full structure like this. So C double bond C and connected with 2 hydrogens each. Now coming to prop-1-ene. So 1 represents the position of the double bond, which will be having molecular formula C3. H6 empirical formula would be CH2 and the structural formula would be CH2, CH3. So for the full formula would be having double bond in between the first 2 carbon atoms. The first carbon is connected to 2 hydrogens, second carbon connected to 1 hydrogen, and the third carbon connected to 3 hydrogen. But-1-ene will be having the molecular formula C4H8, empirical formula CH2, structural formula CH2, CH2, CH3. Obviously, because we are talking about the location 1 for the double bond, so double bond will be present in between first 2 carbon atoms. First carbon is connected to 2 hydrogens, second to 1, third to 2, and fourth to 3 hydrogen atoms. Coming to the last structure, that is pent-1-ene, which is C5H10, which is having empirical formula CH2, structural formula CH2, CH2, CH3. So here again we are talking about 1 location. So the double bond is present at the first location. First 2 carbon atom will be having the double bond. The first carbon is connected to 2 hydrogen, second to 1 hydrogen, third, fourth to 2 hydrogen, and the last carbon to 3 hydrogen. So in this manner you can make hex-1-ene as well, right? So now coming to the compound containing a benzene ring, right? What is a benzene ring? Benzene ring will be containing 6 carbon and 6 hydrogen, right? So if I make the 6 carbon, so here this 6 carbon are connected in the form of a ring, right? So you can see over here, right? So this is how I will be having 6 carbon, and all of the carbons are connected to 1 hydrogen, right? So I have made now here a benzene ring. So here in between 2 carbons we have the double bonds as well. So alternate location will be having the double bonds. This is the structure of the benzene ring, which is a planar hexagonal ring, right? So we can make the skeletal formula of the benzene ring as well. The skeleton formula is this, and mostly we are going to use this structure only to represent the benzene ring. Other than that, we are not using the skeleton formula if it is not specifically asked, other than for benzene. So for benzene mostly we are using the skeleton formula. So benzene ring is a very important functional group, and all of the compound that contains the benzene ring, so those compounds are known as the aromatic compound, and the compounds which will not containing the benzene ring, these are known as the aliphatic compound. For example, we have a compound which is methyl benzene. Methyl benzene is represented as C6H5CH3. If we want to represent it, we can represent it as C7H8 as well. But here you are not sure that how to represent it with the help of the benzene. So the general representation, a very simple representation would be representation of benzyl group. Benzyl will be a functional group C6H5, and if I remove hydrogen, if I connect CH3, I will be getting the methyl benzene. So here you can see this is the benzyl group, and which is connected to CH3. I have removed the hydrogen, connected CH3. So here the functional group would be the benzene ring. I hope you understood the basics which all I discussed in today's video, and we will be discussing all of these things in detail in the upcoming videos. Thank you so much.